Hi, it's Barry Allaway. Today I'm going to be talking to you about dream lists and pipeline flow, pipeline follow-up. So really dream lists and pipeline flow really work in many ways the same way. So let's start with, there are two sides to both of these, and the first one is the assets you're going to use, and the second one is the actual process you use to do the flow and follow-up. In terms of the assets, for prospects that have come into your flow, you've already done a lot of that with the know, like, trust, gain, logic, fear, follow-up calls and direct mail and stuff that you've sent out. So really your assets are for your dream list. And we'll come back to that in a short while. Firstly though, what we want to do is within, depending on the tool that you're using, and we work with different tools with our clients, you want to create a pipeline. Now we use Active Campaign, and there's a section within the system called Deals, and there is a system called Pipedrive itself and other tools you can use to do this. But basically what you have in a pipeline is a series of channels or phases. And this first one might be basically from the website, and we can automatically trigger somebody to drop into that stage or any other stage actually at any time through the automations that we create. You might then say actually you want to do a data check, and what you then want to do is you want to basically send an email, you want to then send a video, you want to then make a call, you then maybe at some point here actually send a quote, and at this point here it's follow up 1 and follow up 2, and after call 1 at this point here actually you might want to send them something in the mail, and then another email. And there's a whole host of things that you could put in here, and we'll come back to that when we talk about assets. So within that sort of pipeline, you've got different activities that you want to do, and what you're trying to do is take them through this process. However, if after you've dropped them in here, you've checked the data, you've sent them an email, sent them a video, and call 1, they've said, yeah, give me a quote, or come and do a survey of my site, if you're a power cleaning company or anything like that, you can jump different stages at different times. So the nice thing about dream list and pipeline is you're not restricted to an automation that goes stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 in that order. You can move around a little bit. So how these systems work in terms of Deals or Pipedrive and the likes is, as I said, within the system you can have you have your pipeline. So you've got your pipeline and you've got your stages stroke phases, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the system you can actually, you don't call them 1, 2, 3 like that, you actually have the names as we wrote previously. And what you then do is you have your different customers. So let's say we've got customer 1, which is Pete, we've got Fred, and we've got Dorothy, and we've got Bill. Now what we're doing here is we're actually able to, using these systems, manually pick up Pete, and when we've done a call or sent him a direct mail or in quote stage, actually move him over to here and take him out of here. So at any stage on the dashboard on the screen you can see exactly where people are in your process and your funnel. What you can also do with some of the systems is say actually they're not allowed to sit here for more than 2 days, 24 hours, 1 hour or whatever it might be, and then that block will turn red. So what that enables you to do if you're using that part of the system is actually just manage the reds if you've got a lot of prospects, a lot of people that you're working with or trying to push over the line. So that's the pipeline side of it, and it's it's a good tool when you're managing a lot of data and a lot of people. Now in terms of the assets that we talked about, what you actually want to do is you want to actually build a library of assets really. So you build an asset library, because going back to here you don't want to automate it. It might be you've got a series of emails that you want to send, and you can send them in any order that you want. You might have some video. In fact, you might even have a video card, which are quite successful. If you've actually got a high ticket item, if you're selling a product that's sort of £2,000-3,000 or above, actually you can buy video cards for about £50 now, personalised to one individual, and get those out. And a client like that, it could well be worth you investing in something like that. But you might also have and use LinkedIn. You might be a LinkedIn premium member, and you've got some short copy stroke words that you send out when you want to reach out to people on LinkedIn. There's a range of other things you could have, as we've mentioned before. You can have a direct mail piece or two, you might have a brochure, you might have your sales call, you might have a telephone, and you might script it. I'm not a great lover of full scripts, but you might be really bullet points that you want to do. You might have a survey that you want to send them, or actually, so it could be an online survey using something like SurveyMonkey, or it might be you're sending your engineer around to do a site survey. And you build all these range of assets, and that's what you're using, and you're dropping them in at different stages. So the difference between this and a funnel, a full funnel, where it's fully automated, where everybody gets the same in a sequence until they take a certain action, at which point you can stop or change the next action that they get. With this, you're cherry picking the tools and resources that you've got in your library to drive people along your pipeline. So I hope you found that of interest. If you'd like to talk about a pipeline for your own business, then by all means get in touch, or just leave some comments below, and we're great to hear what you think.